ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live. I'm so glad you're all here. And if you're not here yet, I'm confident and I'm praying that you're on your way. Folks, I'd like to welcome our very special guest tonight. I'm super excited about having this gentleman on the show. I'm so excited and honored every week at the incredibly talented people we have on the show. Tonight, please help me welcome Mr. Matt Fawcett. And it is literally pronounced like faucet, right, Matt?
Yes, ma'am. Sure is.
Good. Y'all, I forgot to ask how to pronounce it. So I was saying, I'm the world's worst about pronouncing names. So Matt, thank you so much for being here with us. I appreciate you being here. And before we even begin, I want to give a big shout out to our dear friend, Marie Mconahie. Hopefully she's coming. Either she's here somewhere or she's coming. I see little eyeballs. Hello, Miss Sarah. I see Miss Sarah is already here, one of our loyal supporters. She's such a wonderful person. So Matt, welcome to the show. And let's start off by, hold on, let's see who we have. I'm going to interrupt you all night, Matt, because I like to talk to the people. I know you do the same thing. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So Sherry Coral, or a Corral, not sure. She said, good evening, everyone. Have a blessed night. And then, that's Matt. And Matt says, what song would you like me to cover? I like that. I like that. So, Sherry, thank you so much for being here. And hello, Deborah. Deborah says, hello, Matt. So,
hey, Deborah.
Yeah, it's so good to have you here. It really is. Matt, why don't we begin by, and again, big shout out to Marie for recommending you. I really appreciate it. I know Marie is probably here somewhere. Miss Kathy Martin Lumpkin, I see you have amazing followers. I'm here, no sound. Does that mean you cannot hear me, Marie? Because is everyone else able to hear me? Could someone comment and let me know? I see Marie's little picture. Can y'all hear me? I can hear myself on the TV in the other room. You made it. April, hi. How are you?
Hey, April.
Thanks for making it. Let's see. Can y'all hear me okay? Marie, you may want to start over, go back out and come back in. You can hear me? Okay. Thank you, Kathy. So, Marie, I hope and pray you get it working because we're working okay on this end. So, Matt, let's start off by you telling us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So my name is Matt Fawcett. I was born and raised in a really small town in southern Ohio called Cedarville. And it's one of those towns you've either heard of, university, or know it exists. So I was university is there whenever school was in session, and became pretty much a ghost town when nobody was there. But I was born and raised there. We grew up on a little farm, and honestly, I started playing piano because my mom wanted us all of her. So I've got 3 sisters, an older sister, a twin sister, and a younger sister. And we were told that we were going to learn how to play piano. And so I took 7 years of piano lessons.
Wow.
I hated every second of it. I was so
bad.
I've
heard that from everyone.
Yeah. And the funny thing, I begged my parents every single gift-giving holiday, so birthday, Christmas, if I could get, all I wanted was a go-kart, a skateboard, and a guitar. And the skateboard got when I think I was like 7, and the go-kart I never got. And when I turned 11, when I turned 11, my parents got me a guitar, and they made me still take piano lessons after that for a couple of years, but my piano teacher actually helped me learn how to do songwriting while I was learning to do the guitar on my own.
That's great.
Like 3 weeks later after getting my guitar, I was asked by our youth leaders to lead worship in church. It's like,
wow.
Okay. So it was literally like put my fingers where they need to go, strum the chord, sing the line, move the overhead projector up, move my fingers, strum the chord. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Oh my gosh.
But
so they were asking you. I wish you would too. That would be so cool to share, especially with the young people that are trying to learn guitar or with old people that don't really know guitar, such as myself. I would have been going, well, if he did it, look, I could do it. I could do it.
Yep.
Wow. So 3 weeks later, I can't even talk. 3 weeks later, they asked you to lead worship. Wow. You must have had quite the impact on that church for them to ask you at such a young age. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome, sweetheart. Welcome. So hold on just a minute, Matt. I'm so sorry. I noticed a moment ago you were freezing up. I saw that too, Deborah. Is everything better now? I don't see you freezing up now, Matt. Don't know what you know to sing. Oh, good point. Actually, today we're going to be playing some of Matt's music videos that he's already got done. So we've got some great music. If we have time, of course, if you want to play one in a little while, if you want later,
Sure.
live acoustically, that would be fine. We just always have a sound issue. Yes, it's much better. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
And hold on, Marie, are you able to hear us now? Oh, that's a cute little emoji. Can you see that, Matt? I've never seen that one. I'm like, man, I want one of those. That's cute. That is cute.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Nice one, Rhonda.
So, yeah, looking back, your mom's had you take those piano lessons. Now it's probably, I would think, because I never took music lessons. I wish I would have. I mean, that's got to, looking back, as much as you hated it, isn't that probably the best thing you ever did? Because look what you're doing now.
Yep. Oh, 100%. And the sad part was I actually have gone back to my piano teacher multiple times and apologized for how horrible of a student I was. Because now, like, I had to reteach myself how to play piano. And the way that I see it, like, guitar, because it's so chord driven as far as like play,
Right.
that's brain kind of music a little bit more that way.
Okay.
So after doing that and really owning how to play guitar, I now play piano, but I play it more chordally. So instead of actually reading sheet music and that sort of thing, I'll play chords and just break them up. But I still, like, during my shows now, I play guitar mostly, but then I'll play piano at certain times too. So like I
Wow.
still 100% use it.
That's really interesting because I have a big keyboard behind me too, Matt.
Yep.
And I was trying to teach myself. It's one of those that shows you the chords.
Yeah.
And to
Yep.
me, I'm still, of course, I'm getting to the age where if I don't learn it pretty soon, I'm going to run out of time where I won't be able to see or anything. But same kind of thing. I think of it in terms of
Yeah.
chords because I'm so used to doing the chords on the guitar, which I'm still not any good at. But I can see
Yeah.
why you would want to do that. So you kind of just changed it up and said, no, I'm going to play it like this, which is,
Yep.
that's fine, man. As long as you're able to put the music to your songs and touch people with your songs. And speaking of touching people, I gotta touch on that because I watched a little bit of your Facebook Live tonight when
Yeah.
you were doing your live music, and I tell you, I was really impressed. Um, what you're doing to help the people. You're just out there spreading love and letting them share great music and letting them share the love of God, honestly. And I
Yeah.
think that's incredible, Matt. Did that come from your time as a worship leader, or did you just decide I'm going to do this just to because like when I'm not in church, let's just do that and spread the love of God? That's awesome.
Yeah. So a lot of it actually spawns back to when I was in youth group. One of my youth leaders stated the phrase, as believers, we're here to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. And that really stuck with me for a long time. So I was writing songs that some of them were worship songs. Some of them would be like more Stephen Curtis Chapman style, where like they're biblically based, but not something you'd sing as a worship song on Sunday mornings. And
Okay.
that was where I was like, like, and I, part of my story is like, I've tried to be a worship leader at multiple different churches at different times. And I've been like the top candidate for several different churches. And then for whatever reason, it's like, yeah, no, like we went with somebody else. Like, okay. Like, and it's weird enough to where some of them had actually said, hey, we went with somebody else, but we'd like for you to train them how you lead after we hire them. And like,
Wow.
and it's enough to where like I've just realized it's like, maybe God's designed me in a way to where instead of being not, I don't want to say tied down to a specific church because I'm a pretty strong believer in being a part of a local church, but
Right.
maybe the gift that he's given me is not something that's supposed to be just for one church, and it's supposed to be just global. Um, and I think that even outside the church, we have ability to be able to love on people and to be able to encourage them. And that's one thing that I've really tried to hone my craft towards is to comfort the afflicted because we're all going something. And
Amen
then to
on that. Yeah.
also, yeah, and then to confront the comfortable. And I see the comfortable as somebody who's like myself, who's just going through life and figuring out like, okay, if you're comfortable right now, there's a good chance that somebody needs to step out of that comfort, walk towards somebody's discomfort so that you can actually impact their life. It's put me in
Wow.
some interesting places, and honestly, that's why I love these. Like chat with everybody who's in the chat and hear
Yeah.
their stories. And did a couple of interviews with some friends. The song that's actually releasing tomorrow, called "Your Kids Are Home," is specifically about my sister and her husband walking through losing two children through miscarriages.
I
And I
saw a
did,
little bit of that and I thought, "Oh my
yeah,
gosh, that's gonna," as tough of a subject as that is, I wanted to hear that song immediately as soon as I saw that you were releasing. I was like, "Oh, I wish we had that for the show." Um,
yeah,
but that is gonna help a lot of people, and as a that's such a horrible situation to be in.
yeah.
But they came on the show, did they? And shared their grief and shared their journey with the audience, huh?
Well, so actually, I have two friends. One, actually, my bass player and his wife. They had and they're really good friends with my wife and I. They had lost one of their daughters 3 days after she was born, about
Oh,
6 months after we had our first child. And then about, I think, 9 months or so after that, actually 10 to 12 months after that, they lost another child to a miscarriage as well.
oh my
So they came on
goodness.
and I interviewed them. And then I have another, another really good family friend of mine, who has a best friend or a best man in his wedding. And him and his wife lost two children to miscarriages, about, I think it was 9 months after they got married, and then a year or two after that, and then about 6 months ago they lost twins to another miscarriage.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah, a
so
lot
they
of my
came on.
family members have lost babies. Man, that's
Mhm.
tough. But you know what? A lot of people don't talk about it. And
Yep.
I'm sure there are support groups out there, but there needs to be somebody talking about it. The tough
Yep.
subjects that nobody wants to address. That's great, Matt. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to hear that song. I'm praying that you share that with me when it comes out, please, because I want to share it
Oh
with
yeah.
my audience because I already know it's going to help a lot of people because I know I've known a lot of people myself that have, suffered losses like that. And that's going to help them. And I love the title.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
that's whew. You got me with the title, and then I saw the picture, and I was like, "Oh, this song is gonna be it's gonna help so many." I mean, it really is. It
Yeah.
really is. Wow. So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are new here, what we do here at Carolyn's Corner is we use existing videos or even MP3s and add a picture to it to make a video. And Matt has been gracious enough to share with us some of his great videos of his songs. And the first one that we're going to play tonight is a song, and you wrote it called "I Believe."
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit about that? I'm in no big hurry, but I want to get kind of going with
Yeah.
the music so we can get a feel of what you're doing out there. While you're doing that, I'm going to grab the video. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. So the video, I believe, and the song is basically as we were going through the whole COVID situation where everybody was being told different things. There would be one news report that came out one week, and then the next week it was completely flopped a different way. And it wasn't meant to be a political song as much as it was meant to be that, we all need to live this life filled with grace for other people and understand that the truth will ultimately be what sets us free. I forget who said the quote, but it was basically um, a lie has the opportunity to go around the world. The truth has the chance to get out of bed and put its shoes on. And there's so many times where we just jump to whatever is the fastest conclusion. I understand news networks, that's how they get viewership. If they're the first people, they're going to just say whatever they can to get people in. And then later the retraction is something that's found on page 7. And I think as
Yeah.
believers and just people in general, we try to do what we can to hold firm to what we truly do believe and allow that belief to dictate what our actions are. Or if our actions aren't lining up with what we believe, we need to change our belief system. And that's basically what the
Wow.
song is about is, I truly do believe that the truth will set us free and that there is hope for every single one of us. But we need to choose to actually live out what we believe. Otherwise, we're basically saying one thing and doing the other. And that's just incongruent life.
That is very true. That is very true. I can't wait to hear this. And I for the most part, I intentionally do not listen to songs of guests beforehand
Yeah.
because I like to be, except for the one I use for the commercial, I like to be
Yeah.
just as surprised as our audience. And I already
Awesome.
know with the titles, I'm like, oh, so just get ready because I have not heard this. If I did, it was just a blip of it. And I do that on purpose. Of course, I want to
Awesome.
check for content and stuff like that. But for the most part,
Yeah.
I try not to listen. I'll tell my husband sometimes, listen to this, see what you think. But a lot of times he's totally in the dark too. So he is watching in the other room. So Matt, are you ready
That's
to share
awesome.
this first song? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on the big screen. We always joke about it. He's on the big screen. I tell him my head
That's
is huge
awesome.
on that thing. So how about, are you ready to share this first song? I Believe. Folks, this is
Yeah, let's
from
watch it.
our guest Matt Fawcett. I'm so glad you're here. Let's play it. Here we go. I Believe by Matt Fawcett. Here we go.
Can we all be honest and know we're not all okay? We're all bruised and broken, just in different ways. Can we all just listen? Take another breath. Maybe we'll all learn we're no different from the rest. You can't fall from where you didn't climb. You can't escape the truth with 1,000 lies. And I believe there's more than what you see. And I believe the truth will set us free. There's hope for you and me, 'cause I believe. Can we always hope for the best in everyone else, instead of putting our hope in nobody but ourselves? You can't fall from where you didn't climb. You can't escape the truth with 1,000 lies. And I believe there's more than what you see. And I believe the truth will set us free. There's hope for you and me, 'cause I believe. Nobody is perfect. We've all fallen short. Thank God for His grace and mercy that takes the broken and restores. And I believe there's more than what you see. And I believe there's hope for you and me. Yes, I believe there's more than what you see. Yes, I believe the truth will set us free. There's hope for you and me. Yes, I believe. Can we all just admit we won't always get it right? But I believe that we can still try.
Wow. Matt, that is a beautiful song. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That is really a beautiful song. And the video, I like that. It's simple, but it's how did you do the end? Did you do the video yourself or did you have a team come in and do it for you? That is so pretty. So
So believe it or
nice.
not, that song had been out for a while, and I kept telling my wife, like, I need to get a video done for this.
Right?
And one day she looked at me and said, "Cool, let's go do it." And I was like, so that literally was shot by my wife on my iPhone in our backyard.
Oh my
And
gosh. Good job,
yep,
ma'am. Good
yeah,
job.
oh yeah, she killed it. There's another one, tweeted it all where she did a lot of the camera work on that one as well too. So
Wow.
she's helped me a ton, and it's literally just like, here's my iPhone. All right, you go like be creative, and then she sent, or I take the file off of it, and then I cut everything together. But yeah, she
Wow.
shot that video all for me, which is awesome.
That's really nice. It's really nice. And that song is awesome. Oh my gosh, it's going to uplift so many people. And I like
Yeah.
that you can't fall from where you didn't climb. Is that the line or am I wrong? I
Yep.
usually write them down. So if you didn't go
Yeah.
there, oh my gosh, that's just beautiful. And I got some really special guests on here. Everybody that's on here joining us are special. Really, I appreciate y'all being here. Some previous guests that have been on the show, we have Heather Lee Ryan. I didn't know you were going to be here, Heather. I'm so glad. Jerry Bradley. They're both gospel Christian songwriters, and I'm so
Awesome.
thrilled that y'all are here. Plus, God knows how many other people are on here that are singer songwriters. Before we go much further, I got some more things I want to read. I want to tell you all right now, please, please, please like, comment, and share. And you know, Matt, I didn't realize until I became a content creator, I saw you did kind of the same thing. When people share your stuff, it really does change the algorithm. And I was telling them that
Yep.
at the radio show on Monday. I said, please share. If you don't do anything else, share. It's crazy how much that helps because we're trying to get the word out to everyone. So let's see what we got here. Oh, Matt, again, amazed. And that's April Clark. I love
Oh,
reading the
thank you, April.
comments. Oh, that was me. I love it. I did love it. I really did. Let's see. So we have a long, Mary Spencer said, really good song and hang in there with the snow and I'll stay here running around barefooted. Good vibes. No snow here in Georgia, just good weather, but might rain tonight. And I do love the song. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Mary. Yeah, I know. It's weird. I can't believe you have snow there. First of all, I'm in South Texas. So we literally went from, let's see, it was 50 degrees to 40 to 60. And that's about the extent
Yeah.
right now. So, and you got snow over there, you poor thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that was just a beautiful song. So do you have anything special anything else you want to say about that song before we move on to the next one? Gosh, that was pretty.
When I wrote that song, I was super pumped about releasing it right away. And that was one that I didn't. And it was kind of cool because I had an opportunity to actually work with Phil Nash, who's worked with Stephen Curtis Chapman as his producer for a while when he was first starting out. And he was the one that helped me actually record that song and really, bring it to life. And that song, like it came out at the right time. I wanted to push it out as quickly as I possibly could. And it's just so cool to see that a simple phrase of like, I believe can change so much of it. If you truly believe something, it should impact every decision and everything that you do. And I feel like the word just belief gets thrown around so much these days that people don't truly believe what they say. They say it, but your actions are actually going to prove what you actually do believe. So yeah, I love the song because it really does. It's like, okay, like if we believe that we're supposed to be grace-filled people that are supposed to love on other people and that we're all going to screw up because none of us are perfect. That belief should dictate how we treat other people and how we continue to live our lives. And it's going to be ones that are filled with mistakes at times because we're not perfect.
Yeah,
but we should all try no matter what.
That's true. All we can do is try to spread love and kindness and be kind to others. We talk about that every week on the show. Please, please. Because like you said, there are people, and I tell my people, our viewers this all the time. I said, everybody's dealing with something, they really are. And to have something to hold on to in this crazy world. I mean, it's very turbulent and it's scary. It's scary. Yeah. You can Google it and I probably can find it. What's that, Rhonda? Let's see maybe I missed something. Hold on. I think I missed something. Google the song. Is that what you're talking about, Rhonda? I'm not sure. Jerry with his stars. Jerry's so awesome. Do you know Jerry Bradley?
Like I should know.
Yeah, he just had some releases. He formed a new group called Unseen Crossbearers, and he is incredibly He's just so great. He's got some wonderful singer-songwriters or singers on his team, and they're releasing some beautiful songs. In fact, we're going to be playing one of them on Monday, Jerry. Don't forget to tune into the radio station. Share as many as I can. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the next song that I have written down is My God is Bigger. I love the title.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that song, Matt.
So this was one of my probably first, I'll say, like, good songs, because I think this was back in college when I'd written it. I wrote it while I was sitting at the camp that I grew up going to as a kid. I was now working at that camp, and it was before summer started, and we were just sitting out there looking at the stars and just thinking about how much that God knows you personally just as much as he knows every single star that he hung in the sky. And he's not only big enough to be able to forgive you of your sins, he's big enough to know you as an individual and care specifically about you. And when I went to go record this the first time, my mom looked at me, and she's a librarian, so copyright is really, really big in her world.
Yes.
And she looked at me and said, you can't record that unless you get the original artist permission to be able to release it.
She thought somebody else wrote it.
Yeah. She's like, you did? I was like, yeah. So, like, everybody else thinks, like, oh, your mom's horrible. Like, no. That was the highest compliment she could have ever given me.
That's a huge compliment.
Yeah, that she thought it was so good somebody else wrote it. So that's how I introduce it usually during shows, is like, hey, this is the song that my mom got copyright infringement on because I thought it was so good.
Yes.
So hopefully.
Oh my gosh, that's a huge compliment. So where'd you get that song? I wrote it. Okay, sure. Now make sure you get approval. Right. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I know it's going to be awesome. The title itself is just amazing. So you were looking at the stars and all of God's creation and just overwhelmed by all of that, right? My God is Bigger. Wow, what a cool title. Oh, I'm so excited. Are y'all ready to hear this song? I know it takes too long for y'all to answer. We're going to hear it. Are you ready, Matt?
Let's do it.
All right. My God is Bigger. Here we go.
Broken one, some would never consider my soul worth anything, but to him who is much bigger, I was worth everything. My God is bigger than the stars in the sky. My God is bigger than the question why. God is bigger than the storm or the sea. My God is big enough to love me. Pieces all around, sharpened to the tip, cutting all the past like a diamond bit. We all started out this way, broken pieces on the ground, and none would even take the chance until my good Lord found. My God is bigger than the stars in the sky. My God is bigger, oh, than the question why. My God is bigger than the storm or the sea. My God is big enough to love me. What a poor wretched sinner I am. What a poor wretched sinner
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is such a beautiful song. I can see why your mom said that. You're right, mom. If you're here,
Thank
when you
you.
hear this, I agree. I was going to say, really? You wrote that? Man, those are some powerful lyrics. What a poor, wretched sinner I am. Isn't that the truth? I mean, we all are. We all are. We've
Yep.
all fall short. Gosh, let me read some of these comments. Gosh, that was so pretty, Matt. Oh my goodness. So Rhonda K said, you always move me to tears, Matt. Thank you for picking me up when I fall along with Jesus. I'm blessed. Gosh, how pretty. You get a lot of hearts here. Make sure I'm not skipping anybody. Rhonda says, amen, amen, amen. Marie says, beautiful and powerful. And Marie was thanking you for coming on the show. Me too. Thank you
Oh
so
yeah.
much. Oh my gosh. Jerry says, beautiful. Gosh, man, that's so awesome. That is so awesome. And the words are so true. I mean, I don't know. It's even hard to fathom how incredible God is. He's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
he can forgive our sins, even us people that are wretched sinners. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That is so true. It gives you hope. That is beautiful. And I
Yeah.
love the logo on the front, the title. I don't know how you got some talented people in your group. It really looks beautiful. It does. Man,
That's
Jerry,
my yeah, that was actually my older sister. So she is a
gosh,
graphic
you're
designer for
surrounded by talented people, aren't you?
yes. So she was a
Yes.
graphic designer for NASA for a few years, and now she does graphic design for a company that does uh, flight simulator stuff for the Air Force. But for her, like,
Wow.
yeah, she did the
That's
My God is Bigger
cool.
logo. She's done my logo and a bunch of
Yeah.
CD artwork and that sort of thing too.
Wow, I
So
don't know if
yeah,
y'all
she's
noticed it, but for some reason I catch little things like that. It's basically, I think it's almost like a camp, right? So it's a representation of a
yep.
tent and a canoe on the water, right? Am I right on that or no? I'm trying to
Well,
look
so
back
it
at it. It's
yeah. No, so it's three triangles, and then it has water, and then there's actually the Southern Cross, which the one that's on my shirt is actually worn out because I've worn this sweatshirt so much. But it's stars and then
wow.
the Southern Cross that's on there.
Oh
Um,
man, that's very nice.
yeah.
That song is beautiful. So Jerry said I have a crayon and some paper. That's about me, Jerry. Jerry knows that. Jerry is hilarious, by the way. He is so funny. I'm surprised he hasn't told me it's a beautiful night. We have a code on the show because he's helped me co-host a few times and I've had a blast
Oh
with
yeah.
him. Yeah, and I told him one time because I talked over a guest like miserably and I felt so bad after I watched it back. So I gave him a code, something he could say if I talked over somebody, right, Jerry? You would love him. He's so great. And he's been such a blessing to our show. So many great people on here. You have been doing great. Thank you, Jerry. I haven't been talking over as many. I've been having to stop and just shut up. Just zip, zip. It's a bad habit. Man, you are so talented. So do these
Thank
songs
you.
just come to you? Does it take a long time to write them like that one? Did that take a long time or did it? Because with me, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes a song will just come to me and I get it written, really quick, like within 20, 30
Yeah.
minutes. You're like, okay, where did that? I know that wasn't mine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it just
Yep.
came to me. Have you had that happen too with lyrics?
Yeah. Mine was big in one evening. So I sat down and I wrote basically the entire thing in one sitting. While I was sitting on the hill, the grand majority of the chorus came to me. There was one change that I made, so I wrote it quite a few years ago, and then when I went to record it, Phil, who was actually the guy playing the piano in the video,
Sounded
he's
beautiful.
won several Dove Awards and was like, "Hey, like I love this. I think the whole thing is super powerful, but there's one line that I just don't think as powerful as the rest of the song." It's like, okay. He's like, so I want you to look at it and just see if you can rewrite it. And it was one of the last lines in the chorus that was, "My God is bigger." It used to be the saltiest sea, and he's like,
Okay.
it just not quite. So I changed it to, "My God is bigger than the storm." And as soon as I said that,
Okay.
he's like, "Yep, that's it." I'm like, okay, so that's how
Wow.
it's changed. So like my family knows the old version, and it took a
Yeah.
while from them hearing the newer version. Again, it's a really small tweak, but it took the song from what it was before to being like, okay, that's pretty good, to actually like the last line of the chorus actually having as much weight as every other line in the
Yeah.
song. So
Wow. And to have someone who has that type of credentials
yeah,
help you
yeah,
with it and suggest that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
yep.
so good. It gives me goosebumps. That is so great. Congratulations. It's beautiful. It
Thank
really,
you.
really is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that I'm always blessed to have all of you here. It means the world to me. It really does. And
Yeah,
I just want to help us to keep growing. And I want you to keep sharing. And I want to encourage you to go onto Matt Fawcett's Facebook page for anyone who has not, or YouTube, and help share what he's doing because Man, it's really cool what you're doing, Matt. Really, it is. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I just sitting there and playing music for people and just loving on people. Really, that's what you're doing. You know, you're just
Yep.
showing them, hey, I'm here. You're not alone. To me, that's what it felt like to me. Like,
Yep.
hey, we're just gonna sit here and I like the way it's sing along, so people can sing along. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that a lot. That is so beautiful, Matt. What a
Oh
great
yeah.
idea. So, the next song that we have, "Traded It All." Man, your
Yes.
titles are like, oh boy, I got a good feeling about this one. Tell us a little bit about this one, hun.
So I wrote this one, at least part of it, on the car ride back from us telling my in-laws that we were expecting their first grandchild.
Oh,
So Abby, my wife, and I had told my parents, I think a day or two before, and then we drove down to tell her parents that we were expecting their first grandchild. It was the first grandchild on both sides, and we were talking on the way back things that like we wouldn't be able to do anymore because we were going to be parents and not empty nesters.
oh,
And I
wow, yeah.
remember my dad used to always say that because I've wanted a motorcycle since I was a kid. And my dad was like, well, once you get married and have kids, like you got to be responsible and you can't have a motorcycle anymore. So I was joking about the fact that like, like, well, I guess I'll never have a motorcycle. So that's one thing that I would trade, but having a daughter and having kids is something that I totally trade that for. So I literally like thought of the chorus as we were driving, and I tossed my phone over to my wife and said, write this down. And so she was writing down on my phone in the notes app until we got to the stop sign, and then I grabbed it back from her and finished writing real quick so I wouldn't
Oh my
forget it.
gosh.
Just because I knew like it was an idea that came that's essentially like there's trades that we make in life all the time. We trade money for things and time for influence, and some trades are totally fair and clear, and some of them are completely not. And that's what the song is about. And so there are some things that we would trade, but there's definitely things that I wouldn't trade for the world.
Oh my gosh, how clever is that? That is so awesome. And the fact that you wrote it while you're driving in the car is pretty amazing. Oh my gosh. It's so cool how God I believe, I don't know about you, but I think you do too. I believe that God just
Yeah.
sends songs to us sometimes and says, "Here, I'm sending this. I'm putting this in your hands. Do with it. You know, spread my love.
Yep.
Spread it, whatever it is."
Yeah.
That's so
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
I can't wait to hear it. So, ladies, gentlemen, and Rhonda said this one is amazing. And thank you, Rhonda, for following. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Rhonda.
much. Beautiful. I appreciate it. So here we go. I'm excited to hear this. Traded It All. And again, I don't think I've heard any of this one. I don't even think I've heard any of many. See, it's the
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss, Matt. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Traded cards when we were kids. Something we had for something we wished. It wasn't always easy letting go. Once you shake hands, that's all she wrote. I traded it all. Traded loneliness for a diamond ring. No more late nights wondering who she was or if we'd meet. She said yes when I took one knee. I traded it all. Now I wouldn't trade a thing. pack and play. Full up the stroller and we're on our way. I traded it all. Now I wouldn't trade a thing. Traded wrath for amazing grace. Substitute took my place. The gift of life paid for in blood. Bound for heaven by His love. I traded it all. I traded.
Wow, Matt. Is it possible that they're getting better? Oh my gosh. I'm not in there with my husband, but I know right now he's watching it going, that's a good song. I know he loves it. I know he loves it. Gosh, that's so beautiful to think of that. Oh my gosh, I traded it all. So do you have a motorcycle or did you? No.
So the ironic part is I didn't have a motorcycle before. I just bought one last August. Actually, I technically bought two at the same time, a parts bike and one that doesn't quite run yet. And that's the one that's in the video. So like we bought them and Abby was like, my wife was like, you don't have a song or like a music video for Trade It All yet. I was like, no, not really. I was like, well, I have a bike now. Like maybe we should just go shoot it. So that was another one where she shot the entire thing and then I just edited it all together. So, and those are all my kids that are in it. Hazel's the only one that's not the little baby, but yeah, my son was being mini me, trading cards and jumping on the bike and everything else.
Oh, that is so clever and so beautiful. And it's true.
Thank you.
You don't even, I think as we grow up and as we have a family, I think you're so busy in the middle of it doing what you do, trying to raise those kids and make your spouse happy that you lose sight sometimes of just how incredible it is. Just the things in life that's just incredible. You just touched me so much again, because it's the people in our lives that are the biggest blessings. You could trade anything for them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, you could never replace them. I don't even know what I'm saying. You got me all flustered. So let me read some of the things Jerry said and everybody said. Jerry said, I really like the video. Let's see. First of all, this one is amazing. Rhonda said, awesome. Yeah. Okay. Welcome. Jerry said the same hat, Matt and the boy. Cool.
Yep.
And Rhonda said, agree, Jerry, with a smiley face. But man, Rhonda's finding some cool emojis. Jerry said, I really like the video. And me too. And Jerry said, how do I not know about you? Awesome. And for coming from Jerry, trust me, that is a huge compliment. And praise the Lord for you both. Thank you so much. Oh man. And Rhonda, what a great lady. She said, Jesus bless you, Jerry. Gosh, that's beautiful. Man, you're touching some people out there. You really are touching some people. That touched my heart so much. I mean, The videos and songs are amazing. Marie, I can't thank you enough for recommending Matt. When I get speechless, everybody knows I can talk. And when I run out of stuff to say, you're like, what? What's wrong with Carolyn? They're just so beautiful and so heartfelt and so
thank you.
You're welcome. They're applicable to everyone. I mean, I just love them. I love your songs and I love you. I think you're great. I really do. I mean, not in that, don't get your mind on that. Yeah, absolutely. No, I
appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm so glad that we run into you. Hopefully we'll be able to keep in touch after the show and share our journey together, because we're having a lot of people, who knows. I keep saying, I don't know what God has in mind, what he has in store, but for some reason I'm going to keep going. And he's introduced me these wonderful people like you and Jerry and Marie and everyone along the way. And for whatever reason, I believe everything's meant to be. And I'm a big believer in that. And we still have 2 more songs. I'm sounding like it's time to go, but it's not. So I'm excited we have 2 more songs. Gosh, Matt. So the next song, now, first of all, I'm always trying to get people to sing along.
Yeah,
I always am. Nobody ever will sing along because usually I'm being so silly they couldn't if they wanted to. So this song is called Sing Along, which is really cool. It already sounds like a happy song. Tell us a little bit about this next song.
So Sing Along is, we used to sing all those songs like the old Disney stuff that used to come out where it would be the actual like musical and the bouncing ball and all that stuff. And
right. Oh yeah.
So the idea came to mind that most songs are all stories of something. Right. Everybody's life is a story that they're literally living out. So I just kind of combined the two. It's like, and so the chorus was what actually came to me first, was every person has a story. Every story is a song. And sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So
Matt.
instead of,
that got me right there. That's so clever.
Yeah. Go ahead. So many times we want to literally just sing our own song and tell everybody, you need to listen to me. This is what I am. This is what I'm doing. And instead, I think as believers, what we're called to do is come alongside people. And when you truly feel loved by somebody else is when somebody walks with you through something and learns how to sing along with you in your story, wherever you happen to be, instead of trying to change you into somebody else's story. So there's so many opportunities that we have literally to just come alongside people and sing with them and sing along beside them, instead of just trying to say, oh, well, you're singing it wrong or you're doing it wrong. It's like everybody's life is unique and different and beautiful in the way that God's designed it and made it, and we all have the opportunity to come and be a part of it, and we can create a chorus by all of us singing together instead of everybody trying to sing solo all the time.
My goodness, you need a t-shirt that says that and a mug. That's beautiful, like really beautiful. Gosh, I'm gonna have to go back and write this down. That is really beautiful, Matt. Well said. Yeah, that's true. We all have our own journey that we're going through, but man, you got it.
First time we've all been through it too. So like trying to tell somebody they're doing it wrong is like, I mean, there are definitely black and white things as far as like, that are, we don't walk out in front of the bus. That will end your life very quickly. But there's a lot of gray things in the middle that we can learn to love better by trying to learn to understand people and their song and their story where they are, instead of just trying to pretend like we already know. When we're not living their life, we're living our own, and it's more wise and more helpful and more friendly when we choose to like try to listen more than we try to speak. And so that's something that like I've personally been convicted on, is like there's all these times where I wish that I could just tell people how they're supposed to do something, when in reality what I need to do is take a step back, learn to cry with people, learn to dance with people, and learn to just sing along with them instead of trying to tell them how they're supposed to sing their own song.
Wow, Matt. That's really nice. Yeah, you got me on that one. I need to take notes on that for sure. I really do. Wow, let's play this. Y'all ready? Oh, Rhonda, that's cute. Well, I don't know where she's coming up with all these cool emojis. Oh my gosh, I got to get whatever you're getting your emojis from. Okay, are y'all ready to sing along for the song Sing Along? I already know. Matt, each one gets better. I'm never going to be able to choose. I can't pick one. Okay, you're not asking me to. Thank goodness. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Fawcett. By the way, Fawcett is with 2 T's, and now I'm going to look like an idiot because I'm thinking, is the kitchen faucet 1 T? I think it is, right?
It's 1 T instead of the W. So
oh, yeah.
Different. Yep.
I knew it. It's one of those words. It's not like you use it very often in your real life.
Right.
I need a faucet. You can tell your husband once in 20 years. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sing along. Oh, I'm ready to sing along. Here we go.
nothing we had planned. But in the chaos, don't forget, you were made for more than this. And this is not the end. Every person has a story. Every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So sing along. In your joy or in your pain, in your heart when it breaks, life was never meant to live alone. You were made to come alive, even when it's not alright. And no, I feel it too. Every person has a story. Every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So sing along. So let me cry with you. Let me dance with you. Let me sing together with you. Let me cry with you. Let me dance with you. Let me sing together with you. Oh, you have a story. Your story is a song. So let's sing together and have everyone sing along. Every person has a story. Every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So sing along.
Okay, Matt. Now I'm starting to put stars by the songs. Okay. Another beautiful song. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Let me see what Marie says. I could listen to Matt sing all day long. Me too. Me too. And
Thank you,
especially
Marie.
those songs. Man, that is so cool. And I'm trying to follow the storyline. So the young man you gave, was that a business card you gave to him?
Yeah.
Was that what it
Yep.
was? Okay. And so
Yep.
later he comes and finds you, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, okay. So
So
you go ahead. I
so
want to hear the
so
story.
this is so the guy in this video is a good buddy of mine. His name's Evan Hensby, and he called Kingdom Films Company. And
Nice.
the storyline initially was going to start off where we had like 3 different people. I was going to run into them. They were all going to be struggling with something different. And then we were going to try to figure out a way to like have me like jump into their life in some way. And then they'd all end up where we'd be like at that park bench, basically like a huge party, and we'd all be singing together and doing that sort of thing. So that was the goal.
Right.
As we got closer to deadline time, things kept getting pushed. People weren't able to do things or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, what can we do? I was like, you know what? This probably makes more sense with the song in general, because very rarely is it going to be where it's one person singing along with a million different people or like 100 different people.
True.
Usually what it means is if I'm learning to sing along with somebody, it means that I need to go out and reach out to one person and be willing to sing along with that one person. So it ended up turning out to be a lot more intentional without us planning it that way to begin with. that singing along with somebody literally just means looking out to where somebody else's disaster or their pain is, and just willing to be a friend. So the whole idea of like me handing my business card is like, hey man, like if
Yeah.
you need somebody to walk with life with you, like I'm willing to laugh with you, cry with you, dance with you, and just talk and listen. And that's where we ended up, was just sitting on the bench. And the guy who was in there was a good buddy of mine too. So he did a great job.
He did a good job. He
Yeah.
did a really good job. And that kind of reminds me, we have a lot of friends who are veterans. I mean, I know it's completely different, but it's similar in a way, because the
Yes.
veterans, they have this brotherhood, and that's what
Yep.
it kind of reminded. That this would be a great song, also for us to play for our veterans, because I
Yeah.
mean, I'm there for you. I'm there for you, right, Jerry? Jerry knows all about
Yep.
that, don't you, Jerry? This one was a little different. I like it. You were right, a story. Yeah. And I like a good story, man. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's really nice. We need to find out what their song is and learn to sing along with people. Amen to
Yep.
that. Yeah, Jerry says, "Yep." I knew Jerry would think that. Unfortunately, I've never met Jerry in person, but we've talked enough, and
Yeah.
you just get to know people, and that's what it just reminds, well, of anybody that's going through, but
Yeah.
that just reminds me of kind of like the veterans, where they're always talking about it's a brotherhood, and that last part especially, man, how helpful would that be to a veteran who is suffering, or anyone that's suffering,
Yeah.
even someone elderly. I'm here for you. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
I put a
And
star by
honestly,
that. I want
yeah.
to star all of them, but I'm yeah.
Well, and that's where people typically are. Like most of the time when you talk about people who are struggling with depression, who are struggling with
Yes.
suicidal thoughts, or any
Yes.
of like really deep things like that, the reason why their thoughts can continue to keep taking over is because they don't typically have somebody who's willing to walk right next to them and shoulder and help shoulder the burden. There are a lot of times where people will walk beside them and just have no idea what's going on, and sometimes that's on them, and sometimes it's on other people. But it really is. It's not just being in close proximity with people. It's being willing to say like, hey, like I understand that you may be struggling with things, and I'm willing to shoulder that burden with you. I know you may think it may be too much to bear to give it to anybody else, but I just want to let you know, like I am here to walk beside you through whatever you're going through, not to be in front of you, telling you you have to catch up, or behind you shoving you through. Like I will just be beside you, walking with you, because
Wow.
that's how we do. That's how we should do community and do life together, is walking beside people, and realize that all of our struggles are going to have different paces. And just because somebody does one pace and somebody does another doesn't mean that one's right or wrong. It means that we're all learning to walk. I don't yell at my toddler because they're not walking fast enough. I just
Yeah.
encourage them because it's like, hey, just take another step. Like however quick it happens to be, like take another step, because that's where we need to be going. So
Man, Matt, what an inspiration you are. Jerry said being there but not being overwhelming. Yeah, you're right. And
yep,
it's not always our way. I mean, just
yeah,
knowing someone else is there. I love that. I really do. But honestly, we talk about that a lot, just because people are so, I can't say it enough. I mean,
yeah,
I just know, because I deal with stuff myself, that people are
yep,
going through a lot. And just to know someone else is there, and have, hey, I'm here, if I can walk along with you, I'm here. I'll just
yep,
be here. I might not even say anything, but I'm here. Just don't
yep,
forget that. That's beautiful, Matt. I love it. I love, love, love it. So let's see if I missed anything. Rhonda says 100% right. An ear to listen and a hand to hold. Isn't that right, Rhonda?
yep.
And thank you so much, Rhonda. You are so kind. Oh, I can tell she's a very great follower of yours, helping you
Yeah,
out all the way. And I love, let's see, what else did I get? I'm blessed, grateful, and thankful for you, Matt and Carolyn and others. Oh, Rhonda, how sweet. Thank you so much. Well, I am equally blessed to have you on here. Hopefully you'll
yeah.
tune in and watch our show as often as you can. Right
Oh
now, we're
yeah,
just doing, for the most part, we're doing Thursdays, because I go to babysit my grandson an hour away on Wednesdays
yeah.
usually. Yeah, so I used to say I got to go babysit, but now you know what I say, Matt? I get to go babysit. You know what I
That's
mean? Because
right.
he's
Yep,
5 and he's growing up so fast. So
yep,
Jerry said the unspoken word goes a long way. Yeah, it really does. Being there, but
yep,
not being. Yeah, it's true, Jerry, isn't it? It really is. Just to know somebody's there. Hey, I'm here. I am. I may not be able to do or say anything, but at least
yep,
I'm here. Wow, that's beautiful. So we have one more song. Yes, thank you, Rhonda. We have one more song from you, Matt, and
yep,
I don't know. I think we're going in a natural progression of, if it's possible, better and better. No, that's not possible. They're all so great. So this one has a very easy title. Run.
yep.
Tell us about it.
So run is essentially what happens when you choose to sing along with people. So I came up with the
Nice.
concept and the idea of Run actually back when I think it was the 10-year anniversary of 9/11. And they were going through and they were doing so many different interviews with different fire chiefs and things and people who were in police officers, firefighters that had either been close or in close proximity to it. And I just remember one phrase that somebody said was, if you were a firefighter in New York, you wanted to be there. And even though nobody knew what was going to happen, everybody wanted to run specifically to the disaster and towards the pain. And I think I had a long conversation with my sister specifically about this and the idea that a lot of times as believers, we look at our relationships with people with what's the return on investment? Like, am I really wasting grace on somebody, or are they going to become saved? Or are they going to come have a better relationship with Christ? I don't want to like invest too much unless I'm going to get something out of it. And I think that what we really need to be doing is running like firefighters did to ground zero or towards the flames, and realize that we run towards somebody's disaster and pain specifically because it allows us the opportunity to bring change to them, but more importantly, it'll bring change to us as well, because it reminds us that we're here to serve. We're not here for ourselves. We're here to give the love of Christ to other people and to serve, even though it may mean our utter our destruction and our disaster. But we're here and we're called to go towards other people's disaster just for the chance that change might happen, because it's not guaranteed. The Holy Spirit's the one that will allow the hearts to change. All we are is the conduit to try to allow the opportunity for change to happen. And so that's what Run is literally, this world is falling apart. It's crazy as is, but I'm going to make the decision for myself that I'm going to run towards other people's disaster and pain, if only for the chance that I might have an opportunity to change. Both me change and the situation in them and their lives potentially to change. Doesn't mean it's going to, but just for the potential that it could.
My gosh, Matt, if you are not out there preaching, you need to be, because you are very inspirational. I mean, really.
Thank you.
Your words are elegant. I can't even talk. Oh, Marie said, I knew he was amazing, and his words and songs prove how amazing and caring he is. Yes, Marie. And Marie is so amazing. Thank you, Marie. Marie has just been such a great friend to us. And I don't even know how I deserve any of you great people. I'm just so blessed. I really am. Oh, this isn't going to be another one. I'm just like, wow, just blown away by your words that you're coming with. It's just beautiful. It's really beautiful the way you're helping all these people with these amazing songs and your words. So let's get back to this one. This one is Run. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Humble yourself. Jesus will run with you through it all.
Yep, he will.
Wow. Well said, Rhonda. Here we go.
This world is filled with sorrow. This world is full of pain. Looking around, I'm certain something's gotta change. What am I to do? What am I to say? I'm no savior, I'm no surgeon, but I can't let it stay this way. So I'll run to disaster, I'll sprint towards the pain, I'll give all that I am for the chance that I could change. There are no guarantees. There are plenty of risks. Better to live your life given I'll sprint towards the pain. Give all that I am for the chance that I could change. So will you run to disaster? Will you sprint towards the pain? Give all that you are for the chance that you will change. Oh, I know that we will all change.
Oh gosh, that's so beautiful, Matt. So beautiful. I don't know why or how God sent you along to be on our show, but I am so honored that he did. I'm not kidding. Marie, thank you so much. And Jerry, thanks for being here. Jerry said, I love the lyrics. And Rhonda, I'm honored by you. Honestly, I really am. Because it's nice to know that y'all are out there spreading love. I mean, really, that's what you're
Yeah.
doing. That's what you're doing. You're exactly
Yep.
doing that. You're just spreading love through the joy of music. And that's what we're trying to do here in our little corner of the world. And that's why I named it Carolyn's Corner. Try to make people laugh, try to make them smile because we're dealing with a lot. And
Yep.
I really can't get over how much you're doing that over there, Matt. Wow, man. And you're spreading it to all over the world with all your great followers. I think that's so phenomenal. I do have a quick message I would like to do real quick from one of our
Yeah.
sponsor. I'm grateful, so grateful to have this sponsor. There's a place here in Beeville called Scores Bar and Grill, and they also feature singer-songwriters quite often. Of course, it's in Texas, but if you're ever coming to Texas, let me know. Maybe I can get you a
Yep.
show over there. They're just a great sponsor. Val Jones is the manager. And by the way, I just changed this commercial today, so I'll tell you about the few changes when we come back. Let me play their little commercial real quick, folks. Gotta find it. Here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the great news? Scores Bar and Grill right here in Beeville at 1502 North St. Mary Street is now open 7 nights per week. That's right, Scores is open 7 nights per week starting at 5 p.m. With nightly specials, open mic every Wednesday, karaoke the first Saturday of every month. You can check them out by going to their Facebook page at Scores Bar Beeville. Go check it out. You'll be so glad you did. And since we've made that commercial, they are now open Monday through Saturday. They have comedy nights, which is, I've got to go check that out because I love people laughing. The first and third Tuesdays of second and third Tuesdays, I forgot already. I forgot. They have karaoke and they have cornhole tournaments now. So if you're ever in Beeville, just ask me about it. I'll share all the information. They're also a sponsor of our radio show, Carolyn's Corner. I appreciate that. And speaking of that, Matt,
Yeah.
now I had what I was doing before, and I've gotten so behind with everything. I told you that earlier. What I was doing before was taking all of the guest songs and playing them on the radio the following Monday. But I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? And it's very good. This is going to be difficult. I'm just today, I just made a decision. I'm going to pick one song from each guest to play on the radio if you want me to do that. It's just a local radio show here in Beeville, but we do have Live 365, so it can be listened to from anywhere. So I'll send you all the information. Would you like me to play one of your songs? Is that okay with you?
I would be honored if you would
Oh,
be willing
great.
to do that.
Thank you, Matt. All of them are great. All of them are going to just encourage people, but I think I'm going to play sing along, especially because it's a radio show. I thought, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. So I plan on playing it this Monday. I think I have the MP3.
Awesome.
If not, I can convert it. And I'll send you a message and let you know about what time, because I'm also going to be playing one from Jerry. Gosh, he's got some great songs. I'm telling you, he really does. And from our other Rosalie Hovenkamp, I'm going to be playing one of her songs on Monday. Awesome. So I need to get back on track because for some reason, I don't know. No telling. Jerry has some pretty awesome songs also. Thank you, Jerry, for the USB. I know. And guess what he did? I don't know. I'd never heard of this, Matt, but he sent me one too. It's a new thing you can do instead of CDs. It's literally like a card and it's got a
awesome.
pop out. Have you seen those? They have a pop out
I
MP3. Pop out like little thumb drive on the card. It is the coolest thing ever. And I was like, and it's got, it can have your art on it. So, CDs are kind of, not, not as popular, but this way you have the little digital thumb drive and it's on a little card. And he sent me one too. It's just so great. And he's Unseen Crossbearers. He's got some great songs. He and his group of people, our friend Charisse Carver, she's over in, oh gosh, where's Charisse at, Jerry? I forgot. She did a song, Giving Control Away. Oh, it's beautiful. A USB card. Yes. Giving Control Away. She's singing it. Jerry wrote it. I think she helped him write it. I'm not sure if she helped him write it or just sang it, wow. But so many talented people. And Rosalie did one called Intervene, and they're just all uplifting, just how God can, you got to give control up to God, and how Arkansas. Thank you, Jerry. Yes, Charisse is in Arkansas, and she just recently, she's got her second, Red Dirt country release. Now she's playing all over on Texas radio. And we're super excited for her, Charisse Carver.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it because in the time we've been doing the show, so many people have made so many strides, moving forward. And it's just so cool to be in the background and just like watch and go, wow. And I've still got my songs I'm going to release, Jerry. I'm kind of at we're our own worst critic. I know I am. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I keep saying, okay, I'm going to release this one first. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I ask people and they're like, don't, because I'm more of a songwriter. I don't consider myself, I love to sing, but there are so many other people that can sing so much better than I. So it's one of those things. It's like, I'm my own worst critic. I'm like, do I just release it? I just hope they like it. I think I'm probably going to do that. So soon, that'll be coming soon. So folks, tune into the radio show on Monday. We also do Facebook Live while we're doing the radio show. And, let me just tell you in advance, it's almost funny. It's frustrating. I can't play the songs on the radio so people can hear them unless they're not copywritten or something like that, because Facebook will mute us. And you probably know about that. Yep. I can't do Restream in there because it has a metal roof, and I swear it's like the devil tries to stop us. So I literally just go Facebook Live and tell them to go on the Restream or to the Live 365 to hear the music. They get to look at my ugly mug and talk to us, but then to hear the music, they go on Live 365. But I'm still going to play it. So what is, awesome. Are you hooked into Christian radio, Matt? I know a wonderful promotion manager, Jerry. Look, Jerry, see what I mean? He's so awesome.
Yeah, I don't, Jerry, but I would definitely be interested in chatting with you. So definitely.
Oh, yeah. See?
That'd be awesome.
See, I told you, Matt, Jerry is wonderful. He's always trying to help people. He really is. I will support you all. Thank you, Rhonda. Oh my gosh. I have this little saying, it's silly, but it says, I always say, all we need is you. Because really, if we're in here just doing our thing and nobody's out there listening, what's the point? Nobody's ever going to see it. Yep. So it's really important. We need people. And if we all come together, can you imagine what we can all accomplish by whatever we're going to? PM me. Do you, yep. I'll share Jerry's, I guess I have to share it with you, right? Or do you want to just look him up? Whatever.
Yeah, or I can look him up. But yeah, we'll get it connected.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. And Rhonda, thank you so much for being here, honey. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for everyone who's been here. Man, I hope I know you're going to keep doing what you're doing, spread that love. And next time when your song comes out, the one I really wanted I was praying that you were going to say, hey, let's play it. After it comes out.
Do you want me to play it and sing it right now? I'll do it live.
No way. Oh my gosh, you will. So, I'm like a little kid because I didn't get to hear it. Tell them about it.
So this song is called Your Kids Are Home. My sister had two little ones that we never got a chance to meet. She lost them due to miscarriages. And right after she had lost the second, they got a call that her brother-in-law's grandmother was passing away. And so they were living in California at the time. He's in the Air Force, so they flew out to Georgia to go say to his grandmother and pretty much sedated and sleeping the great majority of the time they were out there. And with all the family and friends in the room, all of a sudden she woke up and very cognizantly started naming off people who had passed on before. And she said, there's two little ones here that don't know their names. And she looked at my sister and said, I think they're yours, and I'll watch after them until you get here. And so this song is called Your Kids Are Home.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Stop it, Matt. Okay, go.
standing around with family and friends, knowing soon her time would end. 80 years had finally come down to this. She had been asleep for quite a while, and moments later she began to smile as she started naming off heaven's residents. Then a pause, as two she could see little babes no one on earth had a chance to meet. I don't know the names, but they're yours. I'll hold them close at heaven's door. They'll be here waiting for you till you come home. Don't you worry, they're all right. Jesus loves them and so do I. As we say goodbye on earth and heaven, I'll say hello. Your kids are home. We couldn't believe what she had seen. We barely told a soul there were two they didn't have a chance to meet. Now as she left and we said goodbye, she gave us hope and a glimpse of the other side. In a pause, as two she could see little babes no one on earth had a chance to meet. I don't know their names, but they're yours. I'll hold them close at heaven's door. They'll be here waiting for you till you come home. Don't you worry, they're all right. Jesus loves them and so do I. As we say goodbye on earth and heaven, I'll say hello. Your kids are home. Your kids are home. And it doesn't bring them back or take away the pain. I'm broken, but I'm confident I'm gonna see him again someday. I don't know their names, but they're yours. I'll hold them close at heaven's door. They'll be here waiting for you till you come home. Don't you worry, they're all right. Jesus loves them and so do I. As we say goodbye on earth and heaven, I'll say hello. Your kids are home. Your kids are home. Your kids are home. Your kids are home.
Wow, Matt. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Whew. Jerry said you can't not get emotional with this song. Amen by Rhonda. And Marie said, when I heard this song, this one, I cried for my three babies in heaven. I pray they are waiting for me. It came through really well, Carolyn's Corner. Good. I know we have a lot of issues with people playing live. And excuse me, when you thought you may play live, I said, okay, well, you're doing your podcast, so hopefully you have a really good sound system. That's been our issue because I love live music, even though I'm not there. If I was there, I'd be like a little squirrel girl, like right up there. Marie, there, there. I'm sorry for your loss as well. Gosh, man, that is so beautiful. Do you realize how many moms and dads that song is going to touch? You really are? You gonna? Yeah, for real. Are you releasing it everywhere?
Yep.
Yeah.
So at midnight tonight, it'll go live on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere else. So I'm really excited, not just for people to hear the song, but I'm actually really excited that it allows moms to actually be able to talk for the first time and know that somebody else understands that they've walked through this and it's okay to talk about. A lot of the
Wow.
articles that I was reading when I was looking at, miscarriage statistics and that sort of thing was people saying that it just needs to stop being taboo. Like moms didn't do anything to try to have miscarriages happen to 1 in 4 women statistically, and
Right.
it's clouded by shame and guilt. And what happens is when you put shame and guilt together, it creates isolation. And now all of a sudden you have somebody who's deeply hurting inside who doesn't want to share it with other people because one, it hurts, and two, they're worried that everybody's going to think that they're the problem because they lost a
Yeah.
baby. And that's not the truth.
Isn't that
The truth
ridiculous?
is
Yeah.
that we live in a sinful world and things are broken and people need
Hmm.
the opportunity to be able to. And so I hope that this song allows more people to just give hugs to people who've been needing it for so long and just say it's okay.
Gosh.
Because we need to come around people and we need to allow people the opportunity to be able to talk about where they're hurting the deepest, because we're losing way too
Yeah.
many people because we're allowing them to be isolated because of the shame they were
Hmm.
never meant to carry and the guilt that they were never meant to hold.
Gosh. Isn't that the truth? And for various reasons, but that's a
Yep.
big one there. That is a big. Yeah. My grandson, he was a twin.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think about it a lot, and I know my daughter does. And then she lost another one. That's just in my little circle. And I know of
Yeah.
someone else. It's so sad. It really is
Yep.
sad. And gosh, that song's going to help so many people. It really is going to help them. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for you to get it out there. Um, y'all make sure and keep your eyes out. I need to share it. Send me the link when you get a chance,
Okay.
Matt, so I can share
Yep.
it, because we need to get this song. It needs to blow up for real, because
Yeah.
it needs to get to those women and men who
Yep.
have lost children, because it's going to touch them in such a profound way. Replying, thank you. That's true, Matt. Yeah, Rhonda, it's true.
Yeah.
We love you. Oh man.
Mm.
That's beautiful. It's really beautiful, Matt, and it came through really good. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah,
That was
my
a
pleasure.
beautiful surprise. I appreciate it, because I was thinking, "Oh, I wish I could hear that song." Now I'm like,
Yep.
"God, now I can't not hear that song." As Jerry almost said, you can't not get emotional. But so many people are dealing with something like that.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Matt, that makes me think of my brother and
Mm.
sister. This is Susie Armstrong. They were babies when mom lost them due to my biological dad. Oh, Susie, I'm so sorry. Man, so everybody's struggling. Everybody's got their story, and
Yep.
it's, I think the more that we discover about others, this is what I always think, the more we discover about each other, the more, to me, we realize that we're so much alike. We're all the same. We're just going through different things at different times in our lives. But to me, I think, people always say, it's not, it's just, we're all dealing with the same kind of things. Just some have
Yep.
more than the others. And some, you know, I'm just like, life is just it's a big circle. We just go through our little life, and everybody deals with these things, and then they get to go on, hopefully, and you
Mhm.
need your cowboy hat. Yeah, for real,
Yeah.
Jerry. I know. I know. Well, I hope I'll get you in contact with Jerry, because he's a
Yeah, that'd be
great guy to
awesome.
have in your corner to help you out. He's got a lot of information, and he's such a kind person. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all being here. Cowboy hat and pull it down low and singing this song. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
do.
For real. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Do
Thank
you
you
already
so
have a
much.
video planned for that song, or do you already have a video?
There is a video that'll drop tomorrow. That'll have the actual production version of the song, and then
Okay.
the funny story, bringing this full circle, I did a one take video, where I'm playing piano and singing. So it's just me playing piano and
Oh.
singing that song as well. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Oh, I love piano. I wish I could play either one. But piano, our friend Therese Carver is a great piano player. She's incredible.
Oh
And I
wow.
could sit
Yeah.
all day and I could just listen to people sit there and sing and play music. I love it so much. You're the piece in someone's jigsaw puzzle. Man, how true is that?
Yep.
I go back to the story a friend told me years ago, because we were moving back to Beeville, where I live now, and he was a
Hmm.
friend that was helping support me for the first time anyone had ever really helped me with my music, my songwriting, and I didn't want to go, but we had to leave. And he told me, he said, just think of life as like a giant quilt. I was in this square, it's all big squares, and I thought, I got to write a song like that one of these days,
Yeah.
Matt, about the quilt of life, because it is. He said, you were over here in this square, I was over here in this square, and God puts us together. You follow your little squares, everybody follows their own little quilt. And I
Yep.
thought, wow, that's going to make a good song one day. But
Oh yeah.
It is true how God puts people in your life, and He knows when you need them, and He's got a plan for it all. And
Yep.
what always astounds me, and you know, I think it's hard to even fathom this, but I know for a fact, I believe it in my heart, that He has every single step planned that we're going to take. He knows who He's going to put where, when He's going to put them there. And so as I've gotten older, especially, I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, okay, God, take me. Where are we going now? You know what I mean? Literally,
Yep.
because it's just like, I'm going to keep going. It's like the other song, just keep going forward, one step forward, because together we can make such a difference with the world just by doing what you're doing, Matt. Man, what a great guy you are. Thank you so much. What a blessing. I mean that for real.
Thank you.
And I hope to have you back anytime you have another release.
For sure.
You're welcome. Unfortunately, you're part of the family now. Crazy, dysfunctional family. So I would appreciate it anytime. And share anything new you got coming up. I'll be contacting you about playing your song on Monday.
Awesome.
Giving control away. Yes. That is one of the song that we'll be playing of Jerry's on Monday. Man, it's such a good song. I'm so happy for you, Matt. Good night to all. Bless the world with love, Carol and Jerry. Aw, Rhonda, what a sweetheart. Welcome to our little world, Rhonda, too. See, our little corners of the world are colliding. I love it. Matt, thank you so much. Take care of yourself. God bless you.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.